If you are waiting to feel motivated, you're already losing. Motivation has to be one of the biggest lies in the history of mankind, even bigger than the Ponzi schemes. And let me show you what actually works, and let me show you why motivation is such a scam. Here's an example. This probably happened to you. You have an idea. Let's say you're gonna start studying, you're gonna go to the gym, you're gonna start making money from side hustles. You feel motivated. You start feeling motivated. Oh, what if I get raped? Or what if I get A grades? Or what if I get full side hustles and I start becoming rich? You feel motivated. You start it. Okay. You start it. You work on it. But then you sleep and time passes. Next day, your motivation is gone. Because motivation is temporary. Motivation is temporary. It doesn't stay there. So when your motivation's out, you stop, you quit. And this happens to many people. This happens with studying, gym, making money. The problem is that motivation isn't consistent. Motivation isn't consistent. Motivation doesn't stay the same throughout your journey. It doesn't stay the same. It vanishes, slowly goes away. And that is why people stop in the middle of it, or people stop at the point when they're about to succeed, just because they aren't motivated enough, just because they think that this is useless, just because they don't feel like it. And why does this happen? People start to rely on feelings. They start to rely on boredom. Let's say they are bored by going to the gym every day. They start to rely on being tired. They start to look more on their suffering instead of the gain they're gonna get at the end of their being rich or getting ripped journey. You know what they say: no pain, no gain. they, Feelings change every day. That's something you need to think. Feelings change every day. One day you'll feel motivated and happy and determined, but the second day you'll feel tired and bored. If you don't feel like it, you don't do something good. If you don't feel like going to the gym, or if you don't feel like starting some side hustles, you will not do it, and that will lead to no consistency, that will lead to no progress, and you will don't not do any progress, and therefore you will not get anything done. You won't get ripped, you won't get A plus grades, you won't get money, you won't get anything. But why does motivation fail? Motivation is temporal. Okay, motivation is temporary. But why is it temporary? It's because it's linked to emotion. It disappears when things that get hard. Right now, let's say you're gonna start going to the gym. Right now you're confident that you're gonna go to the gym. You've never went to the gym in your actual life. But when you actually go to the gym, you realize how hard it is. You realize how much effort you have to put into the gym. And because of that, after realizing the amount of effort needed to go to the gym, you lose your confidence. Your confidence shatters. And your confidence shatters, you start getting demotivated that this is so much more harder than you thought it would be. Starting getting demotivated, you start realizing that stuff. And so motivation disappears when you actually start doing it, and when the thing actually starts getting hard. And this is why the paradox works only that you only start to work, that you only work at the start, but you don't work long term. But the main thing is motivation will not work. Motivation is not discipline. Motivation does not work always. Motivation is not a secret cheat code you can use to go in. You're gonna watch a couple of motivation videos by a couple of motivation speakers, and then you're gonna go in and get motivated. That does not work. And then you're gonna go and, of course, you're gonna get motivated. Of course, you're gonna feel like in the flow, but that flow won't last. But what actually works? actually does work. There are three things that work, three things that are gonna help you in completing your task. The first is systems. Systems are basically fixed routines. Every day, 8 a.m., you wake up, you wash your face, you take a bath, you drink your coffee, take breakfast, you go to the gym, you work out, you come back home. Same time, same action, same day, everything same. This removes the decision making. This removes your ability to make a decision. The am I gonna do this? Is this really worth it? This removes that chance from your mind, because once the motivation hits, you're gonna do that. You have to have a fixed routine. But what's next? Second is discipline. You need to keep that fixed routine. You have to do the task even when you don't feel like it. You have to not give a shit about the mood. You have to focus on action. You don't have to focus on emotion. Focus on action and focus on result. You don't need to focus on emotion. Focus on action. Don't focus on mood. Don't focus on emotion. Don't focus on how you feel like. Don't focus on how you're going to feel like. Focus on what you're gonna get and how you're gonna get there. Because discipline lasts forever. Motivation is temporary. Motivation may last for a week. Discipline will last your entire lifetime. And the last one, third one, environment. You have to remove distractions. Phone and, for example, phones are the biggest problem. You start doom scrolling on your phone. Oh, there's a Mr. Beast short. Oh, there's this other short. You start doom scrolling on your short on your mobiles, and now that's the biggest problem, because you get demotivated. You see that, oh, I'm having fun over here. This is more fun than getting ripped. Why would I want to go over there to the gym if this is more fun and I feel better than this? Then you're gonna start making excuses like, happiness is the best thing, and it is, but you forget that getting ripped is the real thing which is gonna make you happy. So you have to remove the distractions from your life. That makes it way, way easier to start. Because, for example, take an example. You're going to the gym. You have a motivation. Your motivation is, okay, yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna do some push ups. I'm gonna do some lifting, heavy lifting. I'm gonna do some hard work. You go 2 or 3 days, and you say, nah, man, this is so hard. It's not worth it. But instead of the discipline, you go consistently, you're even though you're suffering, you still go there. Because remember what I said, no pain, no gain. This is very popular, but people just say it, think of it, and then let it go. The same happens to studying, same happens to content creation, same happens to money, same happens to everything. So stop asking yourself, do I feel like it? Start asking, does this need to be done? Because action is way greater than feeling. Motivation starts things. If to conclude, motivation starts things and discipline finishes things. If you rely on motivation alone, you stay stuck. But if you build discipline, you move forward. So stop waiting, start doing, and hit the subscribe button.